How's it going, YouTube? Savage Exotics here. Today we're going to do a review on my GLA45. It's a 6-month review. Today I'm going to only really talk about how much it costed me to both maintain and modify it, and then I'll do a part 2 talking about the mechanical side and how it's doing. I really don't think fitting all of that into one video is going to be enough for me to be able to explain to you how great this car is. It's a very amazing car to get into, especially people my age. It's very easy to get into, and it's fairly quick. Right now it's hanging out outside, just getting wet. It's a little bit of a rainy day, so we're gonna go out there, warm it up a little bit, and do our video out there. Awesome. So we're gonna let this warm up so I can at least get some heat out here. It's 58 degrees out. It's still summer. So for the maintenance, it's fairly cheap in this thing actually. Given there is some maintenance that still needs to get done, this is what I have paid for in maintenance so far. For 2 oil changes, I've paid around $200. These prices aren't going to be exact. I don't have paperwork for every single thing I've done to the vehicle, but I remember pretty clearly around the prices what things cost. So yes, to start off, $200 for 2 oil changes on the vehicle so far. A $175 diagnostic at Mercedes. Due to the little button down here where it switches in between individual Comfort, Sport, and Sport Plus. Sometimes it doesn't like to light up when you switch it into individual. $1,100 on new Michelin Pilot Sport 3s all around, which it's not bad. It's not bad, and I like the tires. There are better tires out there, but I like these on the car. That's what were on there before I bought them, and I liked them, so I went with them again. $450 on rear rotors and pads. Those were getting really bad, and they needed to be done. Surprisingly, it was the rear ones that needed to be done before the front ones. I thought that was very interesting. So in total for maintenance, it's $1,925. That's not bad. Not bad, at least in my terms. And now there is other maintenance that needs to be done, such as the front rotors and pads, transmission service, and differential services, as well as another oil change. That stuff, like I said, I haven't gotten done yet, so I haven't included it in this list, but it needs to be done, and that is something that would cost me nearly $1,500, maybe a little bit less, for all of that to get done. But for now, the total maintenance, like I said, is $1,925. Now for mods, this is where the list really gets racked up quick. I want to start with the wrap. The wrap on this vehicle I got done with one company. By the time it was all said and done, I believe it was $3,500 at the end. Then I went to another company, and then I added on wanted to add on PPF for the front because the front end was getting chipped really bad. So I had pretty much the whole front end of the vehicle taken off and repaired, and then I had PPF put on top of it, which was another $500. And then repair to the taillights, which was another $200 due to a firework mishap July 4th. So in total, for the wrap and the PPF, in total this year is $4,200. $240 for the blow-off valve that I got from, I believe, MA Performance. It's a Turbo Smart blow-off valve. I enjoy it. Before the car was tuned, it made a really loud noise, like you'd hear from a Focus ST, which I think is pretty hilarious. Now that it's tuned, it doesn't sound like that, which is, I'm sure, is fine, but I kind of like the noise. I spent a total of $2,450 at for my tune, exhaust work. That includes my downpipe and including installs and labor. Total of $100 for spark plugs, which I didn't think was bad. Those were relatively easy to do, along with $60 for a filter. Anybody can put a filter in. $500 for tint. I had it done all the way around the vehicle. I also have tint on the top as well. And then $100 for paddles. I had to order 2 different sets of these because I kept getting them wrong. Shout out to DSG Paddles for getting me these ones for free because I kept messing up, getting the wrong ones. So in total and mods, that brings us up to $7,650. I set myself a $10,000 budget of what I wanted to spend completely on the year in maintenance and mods in the vehicle. Now none of this is counting gas that I've spent. I'm not going to count that in this list as well. So in total, I believe that's just under. That's got to be like $9,500 or something like that. Let me pull out my calculator. 1,925 plus $7,650, $9,575 total. So that's well under. No, I wouldn't say well under, but that's under $10,000. And these are rough numbers that I got. I don't have the exact to the very penny how much I spent, but yeah, I think I did pretty well. Like I said, I'm just getting down to the monetary side of how much did this car really cost me. And like I said, you know, there are a little bit more maintenance things that need to be done on this vehicle, so that will add to the cost eventually this year. But I think all in all, staying close to my budget, I think, you know what, I will go over it. I'll go over it maybe by a grand, I think. But that's totally fine. That's totally fine. And you know what? This car has been a dream. It's survived a total beating all year, and it's done amazing. Would I recommend buying an A45, a GLA45, or a CLA45? Yeah, totally. They're amazing cars.